Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I am here. Hi. Oh, boy. All right. We should have some music going. Oh, we don't? All right. Of course not, because why would we? There we go. Got some Christmas music? All right. So, we are live. It is Monday. Monday's going to be new gaming stream just to hang out with everybody and play games because it's stressful. Although I just saw the Brian Walsh verdict, and he has been charged, or he has been convicted guilty of first degree. So we can read a thing on that while everybody's coming in. Hi, Mr. Pike. How are you? Let's pop this out. Pop out chat for right now. Let's go over here. Okie dokie. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I'm a bit late today. I think though this Monday's going to be 1 o'clock. Because I do have a lot of stuff I got to get done. Was having a bit of a rough day. Give me a minute and I'll try to explain it to you guys. I'm going to try to do it without crying. But it's been a fucking day. So with that being said, what I want to do first is I want to open up Google. And then I want to go to the Brian Walsh verdict. Hi, Joe. How are you? This is Watch Live. So here's what we got. Let's see. Me and display. There we go. Brian Walsh murder trial. Jury finds husband guilty of killing and dismembering wife. Brian Walsh, a Massachusetts man accused of killing and dismembering his wife, the mother of their 3 children, has been found guilty of first-degree murder. His wife, Anna Walsh, went missing on January 1st of 2023 at the age of 39. And Brian Walsh pleaded guilty last month ahead of trial to lying to police following her disappearance and improperly disposing of her body, though he denies that he killed his wife and pleaded not guilty to murder. Anna Walsh's body has not been found. After deliberating for nearly 4 hours following closing arguments on Friday, without reaching a verdict, jurors resumed deliberations Monday morning for another approximately 2 hours. Brian Walsh remained stoic as the guilty verdict was read. His sentencing has been scheduled for Wednesday. And he faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole, which I think personally is this is weird reading this with Christmas music. Sorry, friends. I think that's the best place for him. This is a dangerous, and, just sick individual. He is a sick man. Norfolk County District Attorney Michael Morrissey, whose office prosecuted the case, told reporters outside the courthouse that they have heard from Anna Walsh's sister, who said justice has been served. We agree wholeheartedly with her comments as well, he said. Morrissey commended the investigators in the case for the amount of forensic evidence able to be presented during that trial. They left no stone unturned. They went to dumpsters, to landfills, to dumps as well, to transfer stations, department stores, lumber stores, CVS, to gather all the evidence, which was critical in this case. And it's interesting, and I, one of our followers, Captain, had brought this up and was talking to me about the Sarah Birchmore case, which comes out of the same jurisdiction. And this is also Karen Reed and John O'Keefe. And John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer. And what they proved in this case was that they could have handled Sarah Birchmore's case and John O'Keefe's case with such care. And, and they didn't. And it's really sad. It's really sad that they couldn't give the same effort to those 2 individuals. Morrissey said that this is the first case, to his recollection, where his office has gotten a first-degree murder conviction without having a victim's body. Let's not lose sight of the fact that Anna's 3 young children will be without a mother and now without a father, for sure. Judge Diane Frenieri informed the jury on Friday that they could choose to convict on second-degree murder or first-degree murder charge. The prosecution has agreed for which includes the element of premeditation. And one of the things that we have to remember is premeditation could be in the moment. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you planned it out for weeks. It could just be, you do something, and in that moment, you decide that you're going to keep going. It's a conscious decision. During opening statements in the Dedham trial, defense attorney said Brian Walsh did not kill his wife, but found her dead on New Year's Day in 2023, calling her death sudden and unexplained. Would be so kind to send me fucking notifications. That'd be great. But hi, Amanda. And then panicked and lied to police as they investigated her disappearance. I have to say, too, hi, John. For all of the footage that we've watched, there was never a time where I found him panicked. He never once seemed panicked. Prosecutors allege that Brian Walsh premeditatedly murdered and dismembered his wife, then disposed of her remains in dumpsters. The internet history on his devices on January 1st included searches such as best ways to dispose a body, how long for someone to be missing to inherit, and the best way to dispose of body parts after a murder. I think that's the one that gives it away the most, that this was in fact a murder. He never Googled. We've talked about this. He's never Googled sudden death. He's never Googled, like heart attacks or anything like that, or unexplained reasons why his wife would just suddenly pass away. So, I think those are probably the most damaging searches, is the fact that he put murder in the Google bar, Defense attorney Larry Tipton argued during closing arguments the Commonwealth hadn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Brian Walsh, whom he described as a loving father and loving husband, killed his wife, or there was any motive to do so. The other thing that we talked about the other day when I was screaming on the podcast, sorry everybody, murder is heinous in itself, right? Dismemberment is a whole other level of disgusting. And I know it's his job. Defense attorneys, that's their job. But you're going to have a hard time convincing me that somebody is capable of dismemberment, but they're not capable of murder. Yeah, he always just seems so cool. So just like, whatever. Oh, why do you have sound? Don't have sound. He was a loving father and a loving husband. Let's talk about him being a loving father and a loving husband. This was a man who was going to go to jail anyways because he sold fraudulent Warhol paintings. He was at home. Hi, Al-Jakad. He was at home with his kids. He was, on house arrest because he was supposed to be taking care of them. They had a nanny. They had daycare. He was hanging out at the liquor store. I mean, what's more dangerous to a man who has to do nothing because his mom's paying his rent and his wife is paying for everything else? That's her finding a man who can provide for her, who makes her feel loved, who makes her feel worth something. And we know that she was having an affair. He had every motive to do so. Tipton conceded that there's evidence Brian Walsh lied and disposed of a body, but argued that there was nothing proven he planned to harm his wife. He claimed the internet search on murder came 6 hours after his wife's death, and upsetting searches about dismemberment and cleaning up do not point to a plan, but rather his disbelief. His disbelief that she suddenly died and all of a sudden murder is in the search bar. Commonwealth prosecutor Ann Yass, meanwhile, argued during closing arguments that Anna Walsh didn't die of natural causes, but instead Brian Walsh killed her and then disposed of her body to hide the evidence in a methodical plan. I believe that 1,000%. The defendant did not want anyone to find Anna's body. and to know how she died. So the defendant bought cutting tools at Lowe's and Home Depot, and he cut up Anna's body, the woman that he claimed to love, and he threw her into separate dumpsters. He threw her into multiple different dumpsters. She said that their marriage was in crisis. They had been having arguments about Anna Walsh being away from the family due to her job. She also claimed Brian Walsh knew his wife was having an affair, which the defense denied. And I absolutely 100% believe that he knew. We're doing Aljica. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm trying to like pull myself together so I'm like already just on the verge of tears. I'm having a rough day. The defense rested on Thursday without calling any witnesses. Fournier noted in court on Thursday that it appeared Brian Walsh would testify in his defense based on the defense's opening statements, though he ultimately waived his right. Here he is in the store buying everything that he needs. Here's some of the cutting tools, her missing poster, and yeah. So he's been found guilty, and yeah. Okay, the reason that I'm late today, and also I just want to say, you guys aren't really going to see me for the 2 weeks that my kids are out of school. And the reason that I'm late today is because I was having a bit of a breakdown this morning. It is getting close to my son's birthday. And I wasn't going to go live today because I didn't know if I had it in me. I'm so sorry, guys. But the 28th is my son's birthday. And I already have a hard time with my kids' birthdays and them aging. But with my son in particular, the older he gets, the bigger the deficit gets. And he still continues to make progress, and he still continues to do amazing things. But it's just like, it's just one more step of confirmation that I don't know if my son's ever going to be on his own. I don't know what his future looks like. And the closer that we get, everybody is, it's just reminding me, Moose is getting so big and he's going to be 9. And how is he going to be 9? It's just very scary. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be better than this. So I worked out, and I took a shower, and I did my skincare, and I blow dried my hair, and I went and I got my nails done. Because I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go do some stuff. Hi, Jana. We're talking about my son. His birthday's coming up, and he's such, I really wish, you know what, and I might just put him in the Discord. He is just such a wonderful human being, and he's so pure,
and he's so wonderful. And all I can imagine is like we're 1 year closer to me being dead. And if I'm not here, the world is just gonna chew him up and spit him out. And it like, it's fine the whole year. I'm fine the whole year. And then he has his birthday and I'm like, fuck. You know? Ugh. But on the other end of it, he's made so many gains. You know, they said that he wasn't gonna talk, and now he is. No, I know I'm young. I'm not saying I'm old. I'm just saying it's like I feel like the window's closing. Every time he gets older, I just feel like that window gets smaller and smaller. You know, and it's funny because I didn't like want to come online, and I'm like, I don't want to be a little bitch that comes online and fucking cries. But also too, like, I have found more people online who understand the things that I go through than I have in real life. You know, a lot of the people who I know, they don't have special needs kids. They don't understand it. And it's hard, and it's lonely, and it's frustrating. But, you know, he's doing great. And the most fucked up part is my son has no clue. He has no clue. Hi, Melly. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. Especially all the things that are going through right now. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. But, you know, I wish I could just be more like him, you know? He doesn't care. And he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go outside in 1 degree weather in no shirt and no fucking socks, and I'm going to go jump on my goddamn trampoline. And that's it, because that's what makes him happy in the moment. You know, and we'll go to the stores or we'll go to the restaurant and, like, he'll stim out. And it's whatever. It's just a little boy being excited. He just shows it differently than other kids, and, like, parents will just fucking stare at him. And my son couldn't give 2 shits. Me, I'll kill somebody. Like, there's been times where I've been in a grocery store and I'm like, I'm going to go punch that lady in the fucking head. And my husband's like, please don't. Like, you know, he's like, we don't have the bond money. We don't have it. Doctors guaranteed I would be paralyzed by the age of 16. Oh, Mr. Pike. I don't know. I'm just scared. And I'm frustrated. You know, I'm frustrated. My journey with my son and my journey with my daughter has changed my relationship with God. And that's been hard too, because I come from like such a Catholic family, Christian family, and I was raised like that. And everybody's like, just give it to God. And I'm like, give him what? Like, he's set my son up for failure without us. If we don't exist, what happens to my son? My daughter's gone through a slew of fucking things. Like, and it's like, I used to be able to do that. I used to just be like, okay, here, take it. You take all my worry. You take all my frustration. And now I'm in this place where I'm like, okay, you gave me this. You sent me on this path with none of the skills and none of the fucking tools. And I hate it here. And I really just wish I was a fucking shittier parent because I feel like this would be way easier if I didn't care about my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. It's hard. It doesn't make you a whiny bitch to cry when you worry for you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry, John. Yeah, and look at you now. Now you're a brain surgeon, Eljacod. I just know, I mean, I know Moose is going to get it in his own time. It's just, I think too, like, impatience is my issue because I'm like, I just want to have confidence that he's going to be all right. And that's what I don't have. But also, you know, I talked to my grandma about this, and my grandma lost 2 children in a matter of 2 years, 2 young children. And when I was, you know, talking to her about this, she's like, you know, it could go that way too. And I'm like, fuck, you always win this game. Like, you know, like, God damn it. Uncertainty often leads us to imagining the worst possible outcome. Yeah. Yeah. It's just hard. I just feel like it's like, I don't know why today either. I woke up. I think what kind of like, well, it's all been like compounding, right? It all just, you just keep adding to this fucking sandwich. You keep adding to the plate. And Jet, shut the fuck up. She's upstairs barking at somebody. You know, you always keep adding to the plate. And then this morning, Moose, we were getting ready for school. And, you know, we do the same fucking thing every morning. And I set us up for success. I pull their clothes. I pull their snow gear. I pull their boots. I know where it all is. So I'm not chasing it around in the morning, right? Also, the nails looking gorgeous. Thank you. I was like, fuck it. I've been biting them down to like the nibs. And I just needed something. But anyways, this morning we're getting ready, and you know, we have a schedule and we have to be somewhere by a certain time. We do the same thing every day. And I can feel myself just starting to get frustrated. And I'm like, Moose, get your snow gear on. Moose, get your boots. Moose, get your backpack. Moose, come downstairs. So then he comes downstairs. He doesn't have his backpack or his boots. And I'm like, God damn it, get your boots, get your snow pants. You know, and then I find myself getting frustrated, and I find myself getting like mad, and I just start yelling like, we gotta go. You gotta go to school. You know, and then I'm yelling, and then they're upset, and then it's just like I'm yelling because I got some like extra deep-seated shit fucking going on, and it's not because of the goddamn snow boots, but also it's like you're trying to get out in the morning before 8:15, and every single morning, no matter how I prepare, I always feel like somebody's trying to get me to school by 8:15, and somebody else is holding a gun to my head. Every morning. It doesn't matter if I get up at 5 o'clock. It doesn't matter if I get up at 7:45. It's just, and I was just like, you know, he wasn't getting his stuff ready. And I'm like, in my head, because I would never say this to his face, you know, I never say anything to my son about any of this. A lot of people think that, you know, he may not understand or whatever. I don't ever want to talk about my son like he's not in the room. He's a fucking person. He's in the room. He understands. He just can't communicate it, you know? He may not understand it the way that we understand it, but he fucking gets it. He has feelings. They get hurt. You know? Lost my student job, still studying.
Still waiting for Oh, I feel like the biggest loser. When I work so hard, I'm still not approved. So I'm feeling like crap. The worst mother failure. Oh, we're all having a hug session. This turned out way better than I thought it was going to. It's like, don't cry on the internet, you dumb bitch. Like, ah. You know? Somehow or the other, the bad parents never feel like bad. Right. They're just floating along. I'm a good mom. Shut the fuck up. And then every day I go to sleep, I like analyze my day. Most days I'm like, I'm going to have to try that again tomorrow. Most days and then some days I'm like, fucking nailed it. Nailed it. You know what? I'll show this to you because I don't think you can really see his face. Do you want to see what I was doing yesterday with my son? Love your rants. If I hold it back, I don't think you could see his face. So my son likes deep pressure. And last night he was running around the house just like a fucking crazy person. And I'm like, do you want squeeze? He's like, I want squeeze. So I took it, a video of it so I could show his teacher. Hold on. So I put him in the nugget and then I jump on him. Awesome. Great gods. Crickets.
Okay, all done, yes or no? Yes, all done?
Hold on.
Yes. Squeeze. More squeeze? More squeeze. Yes or no? Squeeze. Squeeze, yes or no? Squeeze.
Crickets.
Are you all done? You all right? Squeeze.
Oh my God. He's the best. He's just so funny. I know. It's just so pure. It's so pure. You know what we joke about all the time? Because he loves deep pressure. We joke about if he was in the UFC. And his fighter name would be Brisket. Or it would be the Autistic Mystic, which is funny as fuck. There's a guy who reads tarot on YouTube, and that's his name. And I'm like, that might be the fucking greatest name of all time. But I was like, how psychotic if somebody had Moose in a rear naked choke in like a UFC ring and he just started laughing like that. They'd be like, bro, what the fuck? He's just great, man. It's a it's a sun sandwich. It's a sandwich. I sent that to my mother-in-law because she bought the nugget. And she was like, that's not at all what I thought that was going to be used for when I purchased that. Oh my God. I know, the Autistic Mystic is so goddamn funny. That might be the greatest name of all time. He does tarot card readings. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny. But imagine somebody's like got him in an arm bar. They're like going to snap his arm off and he's like, ha! Thanks, John. Thanks for letting me cry to you guys. I almost backed out. I almost didn't come to stream. I was feeling down.
Feeling down. Yeah, maybe I'll show you guys. Maybe I'll put him in the Discord. I got some really just great videos of him and then he needed a Band-Aid last night because he like cut his ankle up and he was like, Band-Aid. And I was like, Max, I'm not going to give you a Band-Aid. You don't need a Band-Aid. Like it was this little just this little scratch. He's like, Band-Aid. And I'm like, you don't need a Band-Aid. And my daughter, she's like, come on, Moose, I'll get you a Band-Aid. So the two of them, she stands on his back in the hall closet to get a Band-Aid. And then she brings him to the toilet so he can sit on the toilet and she can sit on the floor and she can get him a Band-Aid. And the reason that I didn't get him a Band-Aid is because he'll go Band-Aid and then I'll put it on and he'll immediately take it off. And I'm like, you don't need the Band-Aid. So that's what she did. She put him on it, or she put it on him and he immediately took it off. But she's the best little big sister. Yeah, let's all just fucking cry together. This is great. This is great. This is great. They're just, and my kids are so wonderful. She used him as an older brother ladder. Yeah, and it's so funny too because she is, she's kind of like an only child, and then she's kind of like an older sister. I think part of my frustration too is I really have to, hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah, here, look. See? Look at her. Putting his little Band-Aid on. By the way, my son never has a shirt on unless he's at school. If he's at school, he's got a shirt on. Shirt, and although it took us like 3 years to get him to wear socks because he would never wear socks. Butterscotch decaf. Hello, Captain. Captain's here for the cry sesh. Captain's like, what the fuck did I just walk into? At the time I was being an absolute terror to my mom. She swatted my booty with the belt. I laughed so hard it didn't hurt. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think too, the thing that's like getting to me a little bit is my daughter she does not understand. So Moose is going to be 9 and Ray just turned 6. And she has no idea that Max is different. I brought virtual tissues. Thank you. Yeah, she has no idea that he's different from her and that he requires different things. So we're getting the sibling rivalry, right? Which is fine, which is normal. But it just comes off as really mean because my son is autistic. And listen, I got to tell you, I told my husband, I was laughing this morning, my son will start to script. But because it's language that he can say to you and then you say it back, he has this need to go back and forth, right? The problem with that is he says it over and over and over and over again, and you never know when he's going to be done with it. And I'm not talking over and over and over again like once a day. I'm talking it is every word all the time. And he'll come, I'll be cooking in the kitchen, and his big thing right now that he's watching is Lion Guard. So he comes into the kitchen and he gets into my face and he looks, and for some reason he has to fucking speak into my mouth. And he comes and he looks in my eyes and he's like, for Lion Guard. And I'm like, for Lion Guard. Shit. Okay? And now I have like PTSD. Imagine if you were just like doing shit and somebody just like air horned you. Just constantly burn, 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 burn. Except for me, it's for Lion Guard. For Lion Guard. Or Big City Greens, because we like that cartoon. Big City Greens. 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 And that's all I hear. Morning, noon, and night. And I get to a point where, again, it compounds. And I'm like, if I hear for Lion Guard one more fucking time, I'm going to swan dive from my own roof. Like, I can't. The other day, He likes to, so we don't let him watch YouTube because he what if I eat bacon for Lion Guard? The way I'll punch you in the fucking dick. I swear to God. I swear to God. For Lion Guard. Oh! What was I just saying now? We worth it. Oh, so then also too, we don't let him watch YouTube. He can only watch Disney Plus, or he can only use his tablet for learning stuff. He's got ABC Mouse, he's got Paw Patrol Academy, like different things where he can learn stuff. But every once in a while, this smart little fucking goddammit, he finds a remote. And you know what he does? He takes his tablet and he gets on YouTube, he turns the volume all the way down. He then records it on his tablet. Then he turns the TV off and he deletes the video from the tablet. So I go in the bedroom one day and he's watching these like Disney logo bumpers that he likes to watch, but they make him like it's like cocaine for him. He just starts stimming out of his mind and it changes his behavior, and not in a good way, which is why we don't let him watch it. But so I catch him watching this and I'm like, this son of a bitch. He is recording on the tablet and then deleting and then going into the recently deleted and watching the video so he can watch these logos. It's genius. It's genius, honestly. And I'm like, now I should just let you have the fucking logo bumpers. Like, all that work, I should just let you have them. But aside from that, I can't hide the remote anywhere in this house because he looks through every, every cabinet, every drawer. So I always have to keep the remotes on me. So every time he comes up to me, it looks like he's going to give me a hug, but he pats me down so he can steal the remote. And sometimes I don't even feel it. He's so good. He's like a fucking that Aladdin monkey in a bazaar. He like just can steal it out of my pocket and I don't even feel it. And then all of a sudden I hear just like rave me. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I have to show you guys this video. I put the remote in my pocket. Still doesn't work. Hold on. I have to show you guys this video. This is Club Moose. Okay? I'm going to show you. So the reason that I found out that he was doing this was because you could hear, all of a sudden you hear boo, 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 coming from my bedroom. Hi, Critical. Yeah, it is. It's pure chaos. I'm like, what is that? And I go in there, and he's watching this thing on YouTube where they take all of his characters and they put it to like EDM music. So this is Club Moose. This is me going into my room. Oh, hold on. Let me get to the second one because he's got a little shoulder thing. Hold on. Oh no, show me the second one. Oh, that is it. But anyways. You have that too? You have the logo bumpers? Bump, 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 da 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 da, and then like this is, and then that's all I sing all day, right? So then he comes home from school and he's like, logo bumpers, and I'm like, no bumpers. But then he stopped doing his work at school. So then I had to be like, you're doing your work at home. And then he was doing his work at home and he wasn't doing it at school. So I'm like, what can I do? Well, he likes to watch these things on YouTube where Cars characters turn into Transformers. It's actually pretty cool. So then I was like, listen, Because, okay, so his teacher will be like, time for work. And he goes, time for home. Like, and so now one day she was telling me, she was like, I wouldn't say time to work. He wanted me to, so he could say time to home. And she's like, I wouldn't say it. And so she goes, he comes up to me and he looks into my face and he goes, time to work. And she's like, I'm not saying it, but he'll go time to home. So I told him, I was like, listen, if you do your work, if you time to work at school, you can have Transformers. And he was like, time to work, Transformers. Like, you know? And you're like, all right, we'll see. Sure enough, he has a perfect day at school. I'm like, and then he comes home and he can watch some Transformers and these so then, because these teachers will text me every day, all day, which is great, she sends me a video and she goes, I thought maybe I'd bribe him. She sends me a video of him dancing at school to this rave music. And she goes, he's been doing his work. He's been so good. So I'm going to tell my boss, time to home. But so she's like, you know, I let him dance. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't a bad thing, right? Because, you know, Stimmy Neutron, he's got to get all of his little stims out. He's got to, you know, do his thing. And, you know, maybe it's good. He gets his little stims out and he can, you know, and then he can function, because that's another thing that he struggles with is, you know, he's got a lot of energy in his body, which is why swimming is so great for him, which is why we have the trampoline, which is why we have swings and sensory chairs. And I mean, my house is set up. I'm the coolest house in the neighborhood, according to everybody who's 10 and below. Okay? My house is the shit. But Stimmy Neutron. It is so funny. Sometimes my husband will call him Stim Morrison. But yeah. So, you know, and then I'm like, well, maybe this isn't a bad thing, right? I can meet him halfway. If he meets me halfway, I can meet him halfway. You know, he likes these little things. He loves to dance. It gets his little jitterbugs out. But now, you know, Club Max is on the move. And I told her, I said, you know, we are single-handedly contributing to him somewhere in his 20s, sprinkled with glitter and his shirt off and Burning Man. And his teacher's like, I'm fine with it. Oh, God. I really wish, I wish the internet wasn't so gross, because I would really love it. My kids are so fucking funny. And Max is just, he's so pure. He's just so pure. I have this private Snapchat group that's just for, like, my family and very close friends. There's maybe, like, 20 people in there. And a couple of my clients that I've known for, like, 20 years. And one of my clients was telling me when I was doing her hair, she's like, you know what my favorite thing about Moose is the fact that he has no idea how funny he is. He has no, because he's not doing something to be intentionally funny. It's just who he is as a person. It's just what he's doing. He'll be a DDR king, yeah. For example, I have a video. Rave puts me in the grave. I have a video of him. I woke up one morning and I'm like, hey, Moose, can you put the toilet paper under the sink in the bathroom? And then I come back into the bathroom and he's wearing it as a hat while speaking Danish into the mirror. Like, just talking to himself, wearing a toilet paper hat. And I'm like, I always video everything because it's just so funny. And I got to tell you, that's the thing about autism is people think that they can't laugh. My son is the funniest person I know. He's so funny. And he's so sweet. And he's so pure. And I don't know. They're just the purest people in the world. Let me see. I don't know if it shows too much of his face. But yeah. Where is the toilet paper hat now? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Yeah. I'll let you hear it. I can't let you see it because it's too much of his face. Hold on. And he's so serious. He's just sitting there with this, like, it's in the toilet paper bag, and it's 2 toilet paper rolls. He looks like he crafted Princess Leia from Star Wars. And he's just so seriously talking to himself in the mirror. It's amazing. When I was like 3, I wore a TP cozy. Hi. Lil Ham's home. Hi. But anyways. So yeah, I guess no games today because I'm not gonna have enough time. But this is what we're doing. But he'll just he'll walk up to people too. So he decides there's always one person in the room. Like if we go to a party or if we were to come to your house, it's it's typically like prison rules. He always it's always the biggest guy in the room too. But he'll just go up and he just snuggles right next to you. Or he'll just sit on your lap and just snuggle in. Chris has this uncle that my husband has this uncle that everybody thinks is super mean. And it's so funny because Moose just went up to him and just snuggled right next to him, was watching his tablet. And I was like, oh my God, do you want me to move him? He's like, no, he's great. Some people need that. Some people need hugs. And, it's funny because when you look too at the spectrum and all the different things that we could be dealing with, we did get very lucky. My son he's loving and he's happy and he eats anything and everything. That boy had 2 breakfasts the other day, 2 eggs, sausage, toast, berries, grapes. Just ate. This boy eats. He eats. He's dense. What are you doing? Making a bed? Oh, no, make your bed. I'm sorry I interrupted you. But we don't have a lot of we don't deal with a lot of things that other people deal with. We don't deal with any self-harm behaviors. We don't deal with any eating or food aversions. We don't deal with he's not violent in any way. He loves to be touched. And yeah, he does seem to know this. I'll tell you, let me tell you a couple stories. I'm pregnant with my daughter. And I'm getting on a plane, and I got Moose, and he's 2, and I'm putting the car seat because he's running around like crazy. I know that we're going to go, this was the year that we were going to get him diagnosed for autism. I know that he's going to be on a plane for 2 hours. And I'm putting this car seat in this plane, and I'm sweating my big pregnant ass off, and there's 2 ladies behind me fucking just talking shit. Really? A fucking car seat on a plane? And I just looked at him and I'm like, this isn't for him. This is for you. I'm putting him in a car seat so that you can enjoy 2 hours of your fucking plane ride. So now I'm mad, I'm sweaty, and I look up and my son is gone. And I'm like, fucking goddamn it. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look down. There's 4 rows back, and this lady puts up her hand, and she's an older lady, and she goes, I have him. And I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she goes, nope, you take your time. I got him. And he's just laying there in her arm with his little thumb in his mouth. And she's like, I can't tell you how much I needed this today. And I was like,
Okay. And when the plane landed, we I got another story for you guys. I'll tell you guys another story. A wild story. So the plane lands. My son was an angel. He was for 2 hours, not a word. He just like watched his little puppy dog pals and yes, just gone. They're just gone. But anyway, so, he was wonderful. He ate his snacks. He was just and my son is so happy to be alive, especially if you're on something moving, a train, a plane, an automobile. And these two young girls get up. They were maybe not the row behind us, but the row behind them. They were the row behind the bitches. And I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Right. So these two girls, they're like in their younger 20s. They come up and they stand right in the row of the two women that were being mean to me. And they stand like over the row. And they were like, we just wanted to tell you that your son did so good and he was so wonderful. And that if he needs a car seat, you shouldn't let anybody tell you otherwise. And they just like got off the plane and I'm like, thank you. And then there was one time we were just walking down the street and, my son, my husband's a garbage man. So there would be some times where he would come home and pick up the garbage. The kids could go and they could climb on the truck. Very cool for little kids. And, Moose then thinks he can do that with every truck. He could do that with other people's garbage trucks. He could do that with the Amazon truck. He could do that with the mailman's truck. He doesn't understand why he can't go, do the other things. So we're walking. We're just taking a walk. And he just starts running towards the mail truck. And he hops right up in there and he gets on the mail lady's lap and he just sits there and he gives her a hug. And she was like, oh, like, okay. And like starts hugging him. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, this is great. She goes, can I just have a minute? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, God. Please avoid the white vans. Yeah, that would be me, though. When I was little, if somebody was like, hey, do you want candy? I'd be like, does a bear shit in the woods? Like, tell me you got puppies at home. I'll be driving that van. Bacon over here like, your problem now. Bye. Okay, so I got to tell you the fucking wildest story. Me and my sister, not Lil Ham. I don't know what we're calling the middle one. We took our son to New Orleans for a short vacation when he was 3. Also a young boy on the spectrum. So he was leashed to my wrist as we were out at 10:30 p.m. showing him the city lights. I was leashed as a kid. We went to Florida. We went to Disney World. I was leashed as a kid. It's because I just fucking, people would be like, hey. And I'd be like, hi. You want to be friends? Yeah, the other one. Okay, so me and my middle sister are on a plane trip. And it's the first plane trip that baby Ray has been on, my daughter. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will console this baby. I've given her food. I've given her a tablet. I've given her, I nursed her. She is crying. We are all the way in the back of the plane. My son's just sitting there eating his snacks, watching his tablet, whatever. And some guy 8 rows in front of us, I don't even know who it was. All I hear is, shut that baby the fuck up. I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. Nobody wants to be the one with the baby crying on the plane, right? And I look at my sister and I'm like, I'm going to go to prison today. Like something's happening. So, I'm getting up, I'm standing, I'm trying to, help my baby here. And I look at the stewardess And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She goes, don't be sorry. She goes, whoever that was, she was like, fuck them. Don't be sorry. So whatever. And I see this woman. She comes barreling down the row, whatever that's called. She comes barreling down the row. I can see her eye to eye. And I give my baby to my sister and I go, this is it. Fucking, this is it. And she comes down there. She's this older woman. And she goes, hi, honey, I got you a package of Oreos. You think your baby would like some Oreos? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, fuck. So we're about to descend. We're about to come down, right? And we're sitting there. She's kind of quiet. I think she passed out at this point from just crying. And all of a sudden, I'm like, Liv. This is my sister's name. I go, do you fucking smell pot? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all of a sudden, there's just this overwhelming smell of pot. And I'm like, dude, somebody's going to get in trouble. Like, you can't just sit here and light up on a fucking plane. So it's getting worse and worse. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, then I notice through the light, because it's very dark. It was nighttime. And I noticed through the light of my son's tablet that there's just like shit all over the tablet. And I was like, oh, let me help you, whatever. Well, when I went to swipe it, like it wasn't crumbs. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turned the light on the top. My son, he's 3 or 4 years old, on his tablet has fucking Bud. An open sandwich bag of Bud. Pot. And me and my sister look at each other and we were like, what the fuck? Well, when we undid his belt, we had noticed a little trail that went back into the seat so that it was like the bag must have been shoved in the seat and like somebody forgot it there. And I was like, my son is covered in fucking pot. So I call a flight attendant down. It's a guy. And I'm like, we're going to get in fucking trouble. So the guy comes down and I go, sir, there is pot all over my son. And he goes, you cannot have that in here. And I go, you think I would fucking tell you if this was mine? You think dude, like the fuck? And he's like, what are you talking about? So they turn all the lights on in the back, like as much as they can. And they come with flashlights. And there is just like an open bag of fucking Bud everywhere. All over my son. Like I had to change his clothes. It was like all stuck in his clothes. His clothes all smelled. And they were like, what do you want us to do? And I was like, I fucking move us, please? Like, what the fuck? Also, please don't send me to jail. Okay, if there's an air marshal on this plane, please. I've had the worst fucking 2 hours of my life. Please don't fucking send me to jail. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if he ate any, but I was just like, what is happening? How is this all happening right now? Anyways, we got off the plane and everything was fine. But that guy, I just remember, you're not supposed to have that on here. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, there's going to be fucking dogs. Somebody's going to call somebody. There's going to be dogs. Nothing. I was shocked. That was one of the times that I was in the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. And I was like, Liv, get your shit. We're fucking out of here. Like, we gotta go. God.
But it's just so funny. My son's just like, dee, 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 just happy as a clam. So, so that's why the baby was napping. Oh, my God. Those are my funny plane stories. Yeah, it's a wild time to be alive. But you know what, guys? I'm really glad that I got on here. I am really glad. I was nervous, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to talk about it. And then, you know, when you sit on that like level of like crying, it's just like, it's just right there. You got to get it out. When my son was 3, we went to Mexico. When we got in our hotel room, wasn't ready. My son was overtired and looking forward to going swimming all week. He freaked out and started taking off his clothes in the lobby. The hotel staff noticed. He was upset and ended up giving us a suit. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Captain. It would be an airport, Louisiana. I know. Dude, whenever I go to Louis, I'll never forget the first time that, like, after I was 21, because I've been, okay, so my aunt moved when I was like 7. Yeah, I was 7 when she got married. She moved to Louisiana. So I've been going to Louisiana, and then I lived there when I got kicked out of my house. I lived there for like a year and a half, 2 years. Speaking of alive, I made it. Hi, John. And I'll never forget, like, after I turned 21, my cousin was like, oh my God, you want to go get daiquiris? And I'm like, hell yeah. And then she goes through a fucking drive-through, and I'm like, what is this? And she goes, this is the daiquiri drive-through. And I'm like, what do you mean this is the daiquiri drive-through? And she's like, you get your daiquiris through the drive-through. And I'm like, oh. I don't understand. So, like, people can drink and drive? She goes, no, you can't drink and drive. It's only legal if you don't put the straw in it. And she goes, you just open it from the side. You can drink it. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Ugh. Margarita food trucks. Oh my God. Yeah. So TSA has made me sit for 15 minutes while they berate me for a water bottle. But it's bomb water. Don't you know? How do you know what weed looks like? I'll tell you that story later. I only smoked pot once. I don't know, like 2 years ago, and I thought I was gonna die. They were. I was like, I know you're lying to me right now. I know you are lying to me. Drive-through liquor stores. Oh my God. Drive-through booze. I don't even fucking drink. But I live in a dry county in South Mississippi. Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's so crazy. But yeah, no, they were flabbered. They were flabbered. I did get me a daiquiri, though. And she was delicious. Drive-through liquor stores for the alcoholics. Go. Places to go, people to hit. For real. That would never fly where I live. And they put a seatbelt on the keg. Yeah. Guys, I gotta say, I think I've stopped drinking. So my kids had hand, foot, and mouth. I don't know if I told you guys here. Everyone just smokes outside? Dang. Dude, I go to pick up my kids sometimes, and sometimes there will just be somebody who smells like a cloud of pot. I'm like, you're at a school, man. That'd be like me showing up to the school shit-faced. Like, have rules. And I have rules, and I'll tell you about them. So my kids got hand, foot, and mouth, and then I finally got them back to school. So Monday when I picked them up at 3 p.m., I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home and have a beverage. I had one high noon. I was fighting for my life for 2 days. I told my husband, I'm like, I might take myself to urgent care. I don't, it's just the fun input is not as fun as the hangover output anymore. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I think I might just be done. We'll see. Talk to me in the summertime, because nothing slaps like a summer beer, but we'll see. What's Dutch Elms? What is that? California sober. Oh, okay. That's cool, though. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to get on the pot train and can't do it. I don't know. Can't say why, though. California sober means that you don't drink, but you smoke pot. Also, too, I'm working out a lot. And the alcohol, it's never the alcohol that bothers me. Like, I don't think I consume enough alcohol for it to be like, that's where the weight gain comes from. The issues that I have is what I'm eating when I'm drinking. My portion control does not exist. The limit does not exist when I'm drinking. And then to fix a hangover, it's got to be a Dave single. And then I just eat shit all day. And yeah. So I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just try something else. So actually, I've been drinking more caffeine. But you know what? I don't feel like shit when I wake up. So there's that. I've only been drinking green tea. If you guys have any like non-caffeinated tea suggestions, please. Please. Can't say shit. I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I can handle gardening, but alcohol makes me feel like I can handle gardening. Oh, yeah. Addicted to opioids. Yeah, totally understand that. Well, I mean, I understand it. Like, it never happened to me. In high school, on the last day, a few friends and I brought a keg of root beer and parked in the school parking lot acting like we were drinking actual beer. The cops are called. I quite enjoy my scotch. You know what? I never got into fancy drinks. The only thing I really drink was like rum and Coke. I like a Captain and Coke with a lime. Oh, from the VA. That explains everything, Amanda. I stopped drinking at 25 after I got lost in a garden area, destroyed a fence, lost my bag. Police found it by the destroyed fence, kicked in my door because I lost my purse, which I collected from the police station while they interrogated me. Jana, I have done some fucking shit drunk. I love that you learned from this. Me? Mm-mm. Bro, I woke up one time. I walked home from a bar. And I remember there was a car of guys that was like, hey, do you need a ride? And I'm like, no, fuck you. And I just like ran and tripped over some bushes and laid there and they just left. And then I woke up. I don't know how I got home the rest of the way, but I woke up. My shoes were still on. I was covered. My bed was covered in fucking dirt. And I had like a fucking tree branch in my hair. Ugh. Decaffeinated sweet teas are pretty good. Oh. Yeah, I drink a green tea with a lemon. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, booze is poison. I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm like, why am I drinking this? And I feel like shit because it's literal fucking poison. Lagavulin? What is that? I never smoked in high school. Only ever done it as an adult. I get mixed drinks sometimes and my fiance has to drive home. Well, the other thing is, too, is my husband has a CDL. And where we live, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but because my husband has a CDL, he can't even have one beer. It is zero tolerance. So that's the other thing. I'm like, go have a drink, do whatever. I'll drive. I don't care. After 21, drinking lost its appeal. Yeah, I never drank before 21. When I was 17, you know what's funny is I never drank early because I grew up going to fucking AA meetings with my mom. And I used to get, and me and El Jacquard have talked about this. And yeah, I used to sit there and drink coffee and like draw. That's where I learned how to draw dogs. Like maybe a drink once a year or so. Yeah, you know what? Part of me is also like, can you do it? I want to know if I can do it. That's what I want to know. Cause I'm in this place where I'm like, I'm working out regularly. I'm eating well. I'm consistently showing up on YouTube. My house is organized. I'm kind of in this place where I'm like, holy fuck, I can do anything I put my mind to. AA coffee is the fucking worst best. It's only the best if you put 85 creamers in it. Ugh. Like that scene where Jim Carrey is tearing up people's lawns the next day in his bed covered in dirt. Yeah, it's me. Oh, your mom bought you vodka when you were underage. Oh, man. But Jana, aren't you... I was just going to say, and you just answered my question, because I was going to say, aren't you from Germany? The drinking rules are different there, right? I've only now started buying liquor at 23. Oh, man. I grew up watching my mother flop around on the floor. Oh, my God. She's a special lady. Mine went the other way. Mine went to AA. But I'm not sure that she's ever been sober. So I got a surprise for you guys. I drank in my 20s, but lost appeal to me. So because the new year is upon us, I have a buddy who he's lived 1 million fucking lives. 1 million fucking lives. And we were sitting here talking, and he's like, hey, you ever want to just sit down and like talk and do a podcast with me? I was like, sure, I'll talk to you. He's was a long time drug addict, pretty much a career criminal, and has changed his life. And I know nothing about that life. And I'll be releasing our podcast after the first of the year. Me and him just sitting down talking. I'll put it on a separate channel. Where we just sit and talk and giggle about our life. It's so fucking, the way he tells stories, man, he's so fucking funny. I think you guys are really going to like him. But I enjoy the dynamic because it's just a world that I've never experienced. And I think I have the questions that all the people who haven't experienced that life would want to know. And he's got the answers, and it's a fun time. It's a fun time. We'll see how everybody likes it. But yeah. It's some of his shit is so fucking funny. Like I can't even, and it's real, and I can't even fucking believe it. But yeah, it's a good time. But I got all our episodes edited. I almost uploaded it all or released it this month. But then I was like, you know what? It's Christmas, it's New Year's, like people got shit to do. So I was like, we'll do it after January when people need something to watch. It's just a good time. We just sit down and we fucking relax and we talk shit to each other. It's cool. It's a nice time. I like him. His name's Aaron. You guys will get to learn my real name. He's like, I can't sit across from you and call you Bacon Bears. I'm like, why not? Why not? But it's a good time. Speaking of which, I just signed the contract. I probably won't hear from them until they like produce the documentary and then tell me whether my stuff made it or not. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's fun. It's just they're 30-minute episodes. Fun little gigs, I've never been in trouble. Wait, your name isn't Bacon. It's so funny though, because like my kids call me mom. My husband, calls me honey or sweetie or babe or whatever. You guys call me Bacon. So when somebody actually does call me my real name, I'm like, the fuck? Not used to hearing it, What other perks might there be? El Jacata's like, I'm out. This is boring. Yeah. Bacon is it. I should. I had an interview with a girl from YouTube when I was going through this like a changer. It was like a course. It's what I got this Bacon Bears jacket from. But anyways, they set us up with somebody for YouTube to talk about our channels, what potential the channel has, whatever. And she's like, okay, so it's my opinion. She goes, Bacon Bears. She goes, Bacon. is that your government name? And I was like, no. She goes, listen, I deal with a lot of people. You'd be surprised. And I'm like, I guess, but I could change it. I can change it. For some of you who don't know, I'm curious to know what you think my real name is. I'd change it to Bacon. That's fine. And then the other one could be my nickname. It's so funny. Or when I tell people, they're like, where can I Venmo you? I'm like, Bacon Bears. Or, you know, where do I find you online? Bacon Bears. But yeah, I can't wait to hear, like, because I don't feel like my name fits me as a person or as the way that I look at all. So it's going to be interesting. But, and also too, I'm like, I could probably just start using my name in my videos, but then I'm like, I've been Bacon for so long now. I do have to tell you, I've got some changes coming. I'm going to change up my scripts a little bit. I'm going to change up the way that I'm talking about things. Is there anyone here who doesn't know my name? Maybe. The other day when I was playing games with my friend and one of them called me by my first name and the rest called me Captain. Other friends were shook. Right. Lola. So, who's Samantha Jean? My name is Jean Simmons. Good question, Amanda. Captain's the only one who doesn't know my real We should just do it for that because she's the only one who doesn't know my real name. Oh, Jana doesn't? Joe doesn't. All right, I'll let you guys guess. The ones who don't know, what do you think my name is? And then I'll tell you at the end of the stream. You guys can know. That's funny. I'm caring less and less. There's like more people online who use their full names. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, if somebody really wanted to find me, they could. Me calling myself Bacon Bears is not going to help somebody not find me. I do not, and I've been here for a hot ass minute. I've been Bacon Bears for a long time. It has to be Brenda. Brenda. It's fucking Brenda. I'm a boy mom. It's not Brenda. I am curious though. Because when I tell people my name, and then they see me in person, they're like, I did not think this is what your name was. And remain silent. What are you, Captain? What do you got for me? Like Bertha? Just spelled it a little different, right? My name is Amber. That is my name. Feels good to say it online, which is funny to me because I feel like that name does not. My parents were actually going to name me Noelle, and they didn't. I'm like, I feel like that would have been more fitting. Thelma. No. They steal my identity, enjoy the crippling debt. Also not Gertrude. Nope, just Amber. Or to my family, they used to call me Ambi Bobambi. My uncle used to call me Amber Rooney. Fit, but I feel that way about myself as well. Oh, your aunt's name. Really? You feel like that fits me? I feel like I should be like 6 foot tall and blonde. And like somebody who talks like this. Like, I don't feel like I should be me. I don't know. But yeah. It is funny though, because it is like, I don't know any other Amber. There was a girl I used to cut her hair. That was it. Uncles and nicknames. Yeah. Amber Rooney. I've been called Amber Gesa. I've been called Amber Lance. I've been called Amber Alert. God, that one. Amber Alert. Mexican Ambers. One of them was in my grade. You know what? I have my maiden name. There's a bunch of girls with my maiden name, none with my married name. You leave Amber Turd out of this. We are not the same person, but we do both shit on beds. My middle name doesn't fit me either. What's your middle name? Maybe there's a lot of Mexican Ambers. Oh, there's a lot of people who see me and go, whoa, you are the color of my energy. I get that a lot. Yeah. Now you know. The more you know. Fabienne? Fabienne. I used to know a kid named Fabian. Last name. Because TikTok outed her. You're going to have to tell me in the Discord. Now I need to know. No, don't know. Only if she wants to tell us. Don't tell us. Said the guy living on the border. We're all there. That's where we all stay. I infiltrated to somewhere else. I was like, I'm out of here. I want to go be a Mexican Amber somewhere else. No, please still call me Bacon. That's great. Yeah, no, it's funny. I don't care. It's just funny because when I was saying it in the podcast and then I was editing it, I'm like, God, I can't remember the last time I said my name on camera that wasn't Bacon. I'm Bacon Bears. Hold up, Pike. Captain's like, wait. But yeah, so I've been I'll show you guys. I've been doing some new little branding here. Hold on, I'll show you. And I'm gonna change up some of the things for my videos, and I'm coming into 2026 hot, bitches. Just wait. It's gonna be a little bit darker, a little bit moodier. You know, we're here to have a conversation and talk about smart shit. So I've changed some things. Changed my banner, changed my profile picture. Here I am playing games. We haven't played a game at all. And then I'm gonna change some of my my thumbnails are gonna start looking different, just to be a little bit more cohesive. So that's exciting. I've been working on that. I've been working on branding. Very exciting. I've been working on getting my shit together, really. That's what happens when I get upset. I just like revert. I just very hermit back into myself. But listen, I really want to tell you guys that I am so happy that I was able to get on today. I know we didn't play games. I know that was the plan, but I'm so happy that I could just like sit here with you guys and open up for a minute.